Hey everybody, Unboxing Art here at Target in Taylor, Michigan. We're gonna go inside and see what they got. First thing I noticed, How to Train Your Dragon figures from the movie. We got some Power Rangers, but what do we have here? But Masters of the Universe. We got ourselves He-Man. This figure actually looks really good for only $11, $10.99. And Tila, on the other hand, that's a little bit of a derpy derp. Look at that face, so derpy. But it's Tila, $10.99. And then we go down here. We got some other Masters of the Universe figures. We got a sketchbook series, and this is of many faces. And this figure is pretty cool looking. We saw the stuff online during one of the State of the Art episodes, and in person, this figure looks pretty cool. Then we got ourselves Master of the Universe Chronicles figures. Man at Arms, Triclops. Looking pretty awesome. Actually, Triclops looked really badass. And then we got ourselves another Triclops. But these figures look great. I have, Paul Big Bear Hughes has picked some up. A lot of people have been picking them up with articulation. We got Battle Cat here looking beautiful. We got some Avatar figures. And then, of course, my bread and butter. We got the G.I. Joe classified figures. We got a Night Viper there. We got Blowtorch. Got ourselves Big Lob, and that's surprising because Big Lob's usually the first one to go. And we got another Big Lob. Okay. And then we got ourselves the retro carded Flint. We got the Telly Viper, looking very good. Another Flint, and another Flint. So Flint's aplenty here. And we got ourselves some Uncanny X-Men, Emma Frost in her diamond version. And then we got a shit ton of these Special Forces figures. And honestly, in person, this figure doesn't look half bad. I am probably going to pick one of these up because, when you start seeing other reviews, you start seeing, the little images that they're showing up for promotions, the promo images. It just didn't hit, but the figure in person looks good. But yeah, just tons of these Emma Frosts. We got ourselves Blade, Wesley looking nice and old and gray. Another one. We got an Iron Man. These things have been sitting on the shelf for a while. Anybody need an Iron Man? And then we got our brown suit Wolverine from the Deadpool vs. Wolverine and a shit ton of Wesleys. Look at all those Wesley Snipes. Then we got ourselves another Battle Cat. This one is a little bit different. I think it's just more of sound and does shit. It moves its head and makes sound. But it still looks really good. And then this is a blast from the past. This vehicle just looks amazing. I hope people that got their Motu figures are getting this because it's fucking fun. Look at that blade spin. And I love the cross promotion on the back. We got ourselves some McFarlane, trench coat, Batman's. That's sort of it. And then we got this freaking Fantastic Four set, which, limited articulation, but they look really good. It's a nice little set. You even get the baby with it. But that was pretty cool. Weird sense. Spider-Man, this weird thing. I was trying to open his chest, but yeah, it wouldn't let me open up and show his guts. But he's supposed to burst open. You can see in the images there. Put some slime in it and stuff. Then we got some Supergirl stuff. This guy is pretty cool. What's not cool is this Supergirl. In person, it looks horrible. Even the promo images, I knew that it was going to be bad. Just the face looks awful. Then we got some Transformers for all you Transformer fans. They have quite a bit. I'm just looking at them man, I haven't messed with Transformers in a while. And then we got Junkion Jalopy, but it's basically Junkion Crafts and Builds. I did not know Junkion had his own freaking Transformer. Let me get this bad boy off here. Look at that. Junkion Crafts and Builds. Ignore the Jalopy. But this figure looks pretty rad. And then we got these crossovers, Hot Wheels and Transformers. Figured a crossover that should have happened sooner, but also surprised they're not die cast. That would have been, pretty cool. Probably would have cost more money. But more Transformers, the same. Junkion, Bumblebee, you know. Then we get down here to these big boys. Got the Megatron, turns into a tank. Alpha Trion, which looks pretty sweet. But they got a bunch, you know. Could not, like, I wouldn't even know where to begin if I wanted to get back into Transformers. Like, I just feel like Hasbro's just pumping these bad boys out. But definitely really cool to see this many in store. We got Studio City Series, not Studio Cities, Studio Series Optimus, and then we got this freaking Razor Claw, and that is freaking awesome looking. I love the head sculpt, just the overall look, and it just looks badass. Even his beast mode. Then we got some SH Figuarts. We got Monkey D. Luffy. We got Frieza. We got some Son Goku, so nice little selection of SH Figuarts, and they're the 36.49 ones, a little bit more affordable. And we got all these weird little chibi things: Strawberry Shortcake, Naruto Shippuden, the little blind bag stuff. You know, good way to decorate your desk. Hunter x Hunter, Demon Slayer. We got a little King of Artists Monkey D. Luffy Gears 3 statue. And then we also got some of these other Bandai figures, the even more cost-effective ones. But we got Sabo, you know, some One Piece figures. We got some Dragon Ball figures, Demon Slayer as well. And this guy actually looks pretty good. You know, the paint is very clean on it. I was quite impressed. But, you know, has a little bit of for everybody. And then Blast from the Past, these big old rubber freaking wrestlers. They only had Stone Cold, but still. You know, and then here's some more wrestlers: The Rock, more Stone Cold. Like, I don't collect wrestling, so yeah, this is what they had. You know, there's some of these characters I recognized. Definitely recognized Mr. Wonderful, Roddy Piper, and Cowboy Bob Orton. Then we found a little end cap. We got these little Motu classics of the He-Man universe ones. Spikor, He-Man, you know, just a ton of those. They look really good, especially Spikor. And then this guy, I did not know they did Mechanic, and that Mechanic looks really good. This Skeletor looks freaking badass. And then the Skelly Knights as well. I was just like, damn. The paintwork, the sculpt work, Mattel is doing some work on these. Like, way to represent and do a movie proper. You know, do it justice. We got the Power Sword, more Battle Cats. We got that Dragonfly. Then we got the NECA Funko section, just a mess. We got the Moe's freaking phone from Simpsons, more Pops Fugglers. Oh, wait, we got a little legacy. We got one of those Joes just tucked away over here. I don't know why. There was a shit ton of them. So nobody needed to tuck one away. Then this Godzilla looks freaking badass. Like, I love the building it comes with. I don't know if this is like Super 7. It says Super. Yeah, it is Super 7. It looks really good. We got Guliana. And behind her, Guliana again. These Super 7s are not as beautiful as that Godzilla. $36.99 for some basic shit. We got some Legends over here as well. Snarf for $36.99. We got ourselves some NECA from the Eastman and Laird's. Stuff that I was just like, you know, I don't need it. But, you know, I was really just seeing what they had. A decent little selection. And, you know, good amount of NECA figures. And then we got Playmates doing their last Ronin figure. But that's really all they had at Target.